Good morning, everybody. Isn't it a blessing to start the day together? Let's stand up and sing. Let's start our day with this beautiful song by Karen Drucker. Then let's start our day with love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day, let's smile. Everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Back to the love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Sing it out loud. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. A little softer. Love, love, love. Sing it to yourself. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. So we're going to bring it down a little bit. You might want to sit down, staying in that quiet place. And for me lately, I've been trying to start the day with that, the love, the peace, and the joy, and feeling that, and ending the day with that, with the gratitude. And then there's the screams in between, right? And then the going back to that. And we're never alone. We're really never alone. This song is called Into the Unknown. It might be new to many of you, and it's by Katie Sontag. She lives in Eugene, and she'll be here Wednesday in Ashland. So if you're curious about attending a circle with her, let me know. Here we go, into the unknown. Each day is an unknown, right? It's got 3 parts. Here we go, into the unknown. Here we go, into the unknown. Let's just repeat that. Here we go, into the unknown. Here we go, into the unknown. unknown. Here we go into the unknown. Here we go into the unknown. I walk with you. 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 One more time. I walk with you. I walk with you. Here we go into the unknown. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We'll find our way. We'll find our way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We'll find our way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We'll find our way. One more time. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We'll find our way.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter. I am your senior minister, and it's my honor and privilege to welcome you here this morning. I know you have a lot of places that you could show up to on this wonderful spring morning, but you sprung right into this building. So here we are. I want to just congratulate you on your spiritual commitment to show up somewhere and open your mind and your heart to a new idea, because that's why we're here. And we're going to do what we do every Sunday. How's that sound? We're going to read our vision mission statement, which says that we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. And we have a couple of announcements here this morning. Let's see. Sherry Davis, her information for her service, it's going to be on May 1st. I don't have the particulars here. It's going to be in Rogue Valley, Rogue River. I just get the two confused. And you can get the information off our e-news, and we will print it up and put it on our announcement board. Our chili cook-off is coming. It is the Friday the 27th, and there's prizes for the best chili. So get your recipes together. There's a sign-up sheet in the back, and also Full Moon Project is playing. Yay! We'll have a little rock and roll for you, hard hats out there, and that'll be fun for all. Let's see. Spiritual Liberation, Fulfilling Your Soul's Potential, book study with Deborah Perdue, starts Thursday, April 2nd from 3 to 5:30. It's a love offering with a $20 suggested donation. And our usual metaphysical book study on Sundays from 9 to 9:45. We're studying the Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwin Gaines. And directly following that is our meditation from 9:50 to 10:05. So please join us. And if you do come in late, please come in silently, not to disturb the other meditators. Also, Salada will be meeting next Sunday, and they're going to be going over, desserts and dying. And that sounds great. Wonderful. Now, if you want to know more information about what to do when you make your transition or how to prepare yourself or other people, it's a great informational seminar. So if you have questions or anything, you could see me, or there is a website on our website that you can click to get more information. And let's see, what else do we have? I hope you guys are all getting the e-news. We had all sorts of stuff going on, don't we? Let's see. This is the spiritual liberation flyer that's over there. Here's the beautiful chili cook-off flyer. You got to see that one, right? That's cool. I love that. And then our Asilomar conference is coming up July 26th through the 31st. And if you have questions, you can contact me about that one. And I think that does it for our announcements, other than flowers. We have flowers. Spring is in the air. So I want to thank everybody that brought flowers. If you brought flowers, raise your hand. Rika, Bucky, and we are so blessed. Is there anybody here for the first time? Please raise your hand. We have a packet for you. Just us? Okay, that's good too. Cell phone reminder, please put your cell phone on vibrate so as not to disturb your neighbor. And we will now take a moment to greet each other and say hi and good morning and happy spring. And then we will go into We Are One after just a few seconds of greeting one another.
Let's sing together. We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come. Time we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony. Take that in. As peace has come, as we are one, as peace has come, as peace has come, as we are one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Janet Moray. Better? I kiss it? No, thanks. My name is Janet Moray, and I'm honored to be your podium practitioner today. Please join me in reading the gratitude.
I believe in goodness, so I expect the great, and I am deeply thankful.
Our table practitioner today is Jamaica, and she is holding the high watch for us. And we've just changed this a little bit, so I'm having to get used to it. And we don't have a student there today, so it's Jamaica. And she's holding the high watch for us during the service. And it's an honor for us to hold you in prayer after the service. Are there any practitioners here today who are able to do a short prayer after service? Wow, we got a lot of us today. Super. Super. You'll find a yellow prayer request in the back of the seats in front of you, and a blue demonstration sheet again in the seat back. And you can also submit a prayer request anytime at grantspasscsl.org if you wish. And then we pray on those prayers for a week. And we also like to see your demonstrations when your prayer has been answered. So, there should be a prayer. Is there a prayer up there? There we go. Let's read this together.
I am sure that expectancy is faith in motion, living as though the good we desire is already unfolding and ahead of us.
So let's sing I Am Love. You may remain seated, please. What we look for, we see. And what we see is mirrored back to us. It's important to stay open and present. Now we're going to take a moment just to go into silence and feel the love and the camaraderie in this room. And then we'll hear from Reverend Steve. And now, if you want to come back into the room, we'll welcome Reverend Steve up here again and listen to his speech today, his talk today.
I think I've got a song for you first before we hear the message.
Right.
Okay. So I call this Truth of You. And isn't it so much about not becoming something, but removing all the stuff? Like the crystal that gets all the stuff on it, and that's how we are. Course in Miracles helped inspire this. A miracle has lit up the most ancient of caves, and the stars never stopped leading the way. A miracle has lit up the most ancient of caves, and the stars never stopped leading the way. In the old tall redwoods inspire us to breathe, as all the earth sends back what we believe. Watch the pain and remember you're not. All those fears and the heartbreak and battles fought, there's a jewel, a diamond that has always been you. Just breathe and see it through. Breathe and see it through. Feel the truth of you. Oh, the truth of you. The wind stirs the leaves and lightning strikes. Thunder in the heart of every soul. Awaken from that slumber in those hollow dreams. You are whole, you are already free. Whole, already free. Watch the pain and remember you're not. All those fears and the heartbreak and battles fought, there's a jewel, a diamond that has always been you. Just breathe and see it through. Let's all breathe together. Breathe and see it through. One more time. Breathe and see it through. Big breath. Breathe and see it through. Feel the truth of you. Feel the truth of you. Oh, the truth of you. The truth of you. The truth of you.
Beautiful, Heather. Let's hear it again for Heather. Well, has spring sprung upon you yet? I got my green on. I was like, I didn't wear green today? Come on. I don't want to get pinched. Well, that's not today. I know, but you know how it is. Well, good morning. Welcome home. We've been expecting you. Thank you for not disappointing us. We have a wonderful 2-hour talk planned for you today, so sit back and relax, enjoy. I want to extend a very gracious welcome to Paula Peterson for his return today. We've been praying for you and your family, and we are so glad that you were here with us, and just wanted to give Paula some extra love after the service. She had her family have been in the trenches, and there's a healing happening, and we are so blessed that that is happening. I just wanted to acknowledge you. She's one of our power practitioners here. They're all power practitioners, but we're just grateful that she's here today with us. So our March theme is, what if? What if it does work out? What if they do say yes? What if you are in the right place at the right time right now? You are. My title today is, What We'll See Will Defy Explanation. That's from the Willy Wonka song. You know, I'm not going to sing it for you. I tried last week and failed miserably. But yeah, you can look it up on YouTube and find it there, Gary. You can go ahead and sing along with that. See, we say, you know what? I'll believe it when I see it. Show me the money. And see, it works the opposite way. I'll see it when I believe it. See, belief comes first, and demonstration comes second. See, we have to have a blueprint before we build the house. I mean, you could build a house without a blueprint. And if you look back in human history, the caves that were built, they didn't have a blueprint. They just knew that they wanted to be inside rather than outside, right? They knew that being inside a cave weathered better than being outside in the elements. So how might my life and the world change if I fully believed good was always unfolding, even in the face of challenge? Well, you have a wonderful opportunity, don't you, today, to deal with that. You can look at the news and say, what kind of a demonstration is this forecasting? Or you can look in your heart and say, you know, what do I truly believe is happening? Because see, there's kind of two worlds going on right now, and that's okay. There's a new energy that's being born. What if we expected the great, no matter what the world looked like? This week, we explore how belief and expectancy work together to shape our lives and defy our limitations. You know, we struggle for our limitations, don't we? We're like, oh no, I can't ever do that. And don't tell me I can, because I'll show you all the reasons I cannot do this. Let me tell you how limited I am. I'm on a fixed income. Well, who fixed it? And can it be broken? If you won the lottery, would you say, nope, I'm on a fixed income. Sorry, I couldn't possibly take that $1 million. Well, you'd say, wow, I have an unfixed income. How does it feel to have an unfixed income? That means you can be open at the top with whatever you choose to believe. See, when we lean into joy and possibility, we move the energetic in that direction. And we choose to expect better for ourselves and everybody else. You can do better than that, can't you? What's better than your best? How might my life and the world change if I fully believed good is always unfolding, even in the face of challenge? You know, if you look back at your challenges, they have been your biggest opportunities. They have been, because they're so big, that when you do, and you will, surmount it, you can look back and go, I did that. I got over that. I healed that. Now, I didn't do the healing, but I healed through it. I am better because of the challenges that have come to remind me of my greatness. Ernest Holmes wrote In Living Science of Mind on page 18, there's a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. We all believe this. The question is, why do we not use it more effectively? If all things are possible to faith, why do we not have more faith? If affirmative prayers are answered, why do we not always pray affirmatively? Let's try to figure out just how we can more effectively cooperate within the law of mind in action. Again, Living Science of Mind, page 18. So here's the power point. Belief acknowledges this power, and expectancy activates it. When you activate your ability to know, you don't have to know how. You just have to know what. That's where we get caught up. We think we know the what and the how, and we set out trying to figure out how it's going to work, and we go, it doesn't equate. It doesn't calculate. But see, we don't have to do the calculation. We just have to know that it works and believe that it works. See, expectancy is faith in motion. Do you expect to succeed? There are times that I question my ability to do that. How is this going to work out? And you get all caught up in the worry of it not working out. And what is worry? It's the negative use of prayer. It's telling the infinite that I don't believe that it can happen. And then the universe gets very busy showing you how it can't happen. And you say, see, this stuff doesn't work. When it's working perfectly because it's outpicturing your disbelief. But when we change to belief, when we just go, maybe there's a possibility, maybe there's a small percentage that this could happen, and watch what happens. It is living as though the good we desire is already unfolding and trusting that we will see it and then act upon that. What if we exceed the great, no matter what the outward experience of the world presents to us? What if, without exception, good is always happening all around us? We are just looking in the wrong direction. Good's happening over here, and we're like, but look at the problem over here. In Science of Mind, we recognize that joy and sorrow often stand side by side. And yet we can still invite everyone in, no matter what their burdens may be, into the space of love and of vision and of hope for goodness. And actually, fully, without hesitation, believe that it's possible. See, I have a great overflow of belief. I believe in you. I know who you are. God, you can't fool me. I see you. I know what's going on here. Some sleight of hand you're trying to do to fool me to think that you're not there. I see you. Would you like to borrow a little bit of my belief? All you need is a mustard seed size. Bring a thimble, and it will overflow. Bring a bucket, and I will fill it. Bring a 5-gallon bucket. Bring a truck. Get a truck. You know what? How about if we just lay a pipeline into the good? Why don't we just tap it for good? You know? Why don't we just live in good all the time? And then we don't have this even idea of lack and limitation. See the difference? What if you lived in truth all the time? Well, let me break it to you gently. You already are. But our little mustard seed of disbelief gets in the works, and we focus on that, and then we say, see, this stuff doesn't work. See, this is not blind optimism. This is a courageous choice to expect better of ourselves in the world. And you know, there was a time that I bought into the lie of how bad things could be. We've all been there. It's easy to do that. See, the human condition defaults to negativity automatically. You don't have to do anything to be defaulted into negativity. It's, for whatever reason, the human condition goes, oh, well, how bad can it get? But you know, once you learn about these principles, you start going, but how good can it get? Wait a second. If it works both ways, and if energy flows where our attention goes, what's our attention on? The world will always present conditions, some beautiful, others painful, that tempt us into resignation, hopelessness, or limited thinking. To expect better is a revolutionary act, a courageous stand for living our best lives today. Can we cultivate our future? Can we start looking for the good? One that invites us to see joy and sorrow as immediate and still choose hope over challenge? Still choose to see a better way when there seems to be no way at all? See, that's our challenge, is can you give up your addiction to how bad it used to be? Can you stop telling that story? You know, I wore that story out, man. I told everybody about my story. Like I said, the postman stopped coming to my house because I kept waiting for him to get there to tell him how bad life could be. He'd walk right by my house. I waited all day to tell him how bad things could be. But he was on to me. He waited until I left, and then he delivered me. It asks us to anchor in the idea that good is always happening, and to let this deep faith in good shape the way we show up, even though hard experiences happen in life. You know, just because we became spiritual doesn't mean that all of a sudden challenges don't happen to us. They still happen to us. But see, we handle it differently. We don't let it bring us down anymore, or at least not for as long. We go, okay, where's the blessing in this? This one really hurt. There's going to be a really good blessing in this. This one is really bringing me down. So that means I'm going to go really high. I'm going to be it's going to be really neat how God works this one out. Because I don't have a clue. But see, once you do that, the universe gets very busy reorchestrating itself to match your belief. When headlines or social media feeds and our public and private conversation seems to polarize and in divisiveness, the idea of expecting good can seem naivete or even impossible. You know, when we have been bombarded by so many things, one after the other, you have to have a really powerful, positive energy flow that stuff bounces off of. You know, it almost takes the consciousness of a saint these days to be able to maneuver through the mind fields of challenge. But it can be done. And yet, this is precisely the time when such expectancy matters most. By unapologetically expecting better of ourselves and the world, we become a rebuttal to the narrative of the inevitable decline. Our expectancy invites others into a space where love, justice, and peace are more than ideas. They are living possibilities. And in this way, we model the hope that is not passive. It is a spiritual and moral commitment to the betterment of all. All. There's only one of us here. It is spirit expressing as the billions of countless life forms in different countries and different populations and different worlds. You believe in that sort of thing? Living in expectancy is more than positive thinking. It's a conscious cooperation with the law of mind in action. See, when political or racial tensions erupt around the globe, it's tempting to let fear, division, or despair define our outlook. Yet expectancy calls us to anchor into something deeper, a spiritual truth that transcends circumstances. The way I see it is that we are waves in an ocean. Now, when a storm comes, we need to dive deep. Because on the surface, there's all this confusion going on. Lightning bolts and rain, and sleet and snow, and change and challenge. But in the depths of the ocean, it's just kind of rocking back and forth. You ever try to dive into the ocean and a wave hits you and knocks you down and you're tumbling? This is why when a wave comes, you dive under it, because that's where the calm and peace are. And you let the wave crash over you. There is always calm and peace in the heart of who and what we are. It is always waiting for us. This is what you were born with. This is what you will make your transition with. And it's always waiting for our acknowledgement of it. Whenever you get turbulent, go deep spiritually. Go, you know what? I'm going to go to my happy place. I'm going to go hug a tree or sit by the river or whatever makes you at one. Go pet your animal or let your animal pet you, however that works for you. When we expect the great, we align our choices, our speech, and our energy with a divine possibility. You know what? It's going to be really neat how God works this out. I am open to that demonstration. Oh, I can feel it. You see, this moves our mind from whatever the challenge was to the solution, to the divinity. This isn't about ignoring challenges. I want to be really clear here, because sometimes in our field, we're like, oh, it's all good. No. This isn't about ignoring challenges, but about meeting them with the inner conviction that Spirit is already at work for good here. The minute something comes up, if you go directly into prayer, you will have a different outcome. But see, it's easy to worry. Something comes up and we're like, oh, I got to call somebody. Oh my goodness, they could have it. And we've bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. Haven't we? But through this teaching, we're like, wait a second. There's another way. There's an alternative expression that can happen here. In doing so, we resist the pull of cynicism and we become channels of possibility and challenge the belief that our outer conditions have the final word. See, if we're dictated by what happens to us, we're just running around putting out fires. You ever do that in your life? I was busy tending to this fire, and this fire went off over here. I had to go over there. And then this fire got bigger, and I had to run over there. But when we go within, the fires take care of themselves. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't do the work. It means that we're not worked by our challenges. We're worked by our solutions. So, in conclusion, expectancy is more than wishful thinking. It is the intentional act of aligning our subconscious beliefs with the unconditioned good that is always available to us. So what's your miracle? What's your healing? What does your situation look like all worked out? Oh, man, that feels good. I like to play in that field. How good can it get? Wow, I can imagine things being pretty good. See, this good is always available to us. Ernest Holmes teaches us that what we inwardly believe becomes the pattern of life that is reflected back to us. This is why when challenges happen and we get into the challenge, more challenge happens. Because we're always out picturing at the level of our belief. So if a challenge happens and we go directly into prayer, all of a sudden we change the energetic. We look for the miracle. We look for the solution. How good can this get? Again, this is not to deny something that's happening, but it's not to be drawn into the energy of perpetuating that challenge. We have to stop and go within. When we choose to expect good, especially in times of political tension or radical division and global conflict that we find ourselves in, we're making a conscious decision to cooperate with the law of mind in action. This choice invites transformation both within and around us. We become living examples of faith in motion, courageously envisioning a world where love, justice, and peace are not only possible, but it's inevitable. See, we're going to wear this whole war thing down. I thought we were further along in this. Can we stop throwing stones at each other? We need to talk. We need to talk. See, we don't want to talk. But you'll never blow people away, everyone that disagrees with you. It's just not how it works. You can never get rid of all the people that disagree with you. We must start understanding one another and having a dialogue. Now, if there are others who don't want to have a dialogue, that's okay. But go in consciousness and heal it within. There's always a way. We just have to find a way. So, in Science of Mind, we do not ignore pain or pretend away a difficulty. Instead, we stand in the truth that spirit is ever present, ever creative, and always ready to respond to our highest expectancy. So what's your miracle? What do you expect? Make a demand upon the universe. Say, you know what? I am in peace in my mind about this. And go out into nature and be that peace. You know, when you're walking through nature and you see that little ant that you're about to walk on, just move your foot a little bit. It just take that much to do. You may have made that little ant's day. And I ask that when I'm walking through the wilderness, if some Bigfoot sees me, that it will twist its ankle just a little bit out of the way. And so it is. Well, it's time for us to go into prayer. So I invite you to take a soft vision upon these beautiful flowers up here, or the candles, or let's get into that energetic of all possibility. There is a power, and you can use it. And I would go a step further and say that you are using it, and it is using you. It is waiting in quiet repose for your positive recognition of love in your life. And when you turn into love, love automatically turns into who and what you are. All of a sudden, a miracle happens, a solution floods your consciousness. All of a sudden, an unexpected abundance fills your life and takes care of all those little details. All of a sudden, a connection happens with someone where there's a resolution to a previously unresolved situation. All of a sudden, a miracle happens in your healing where anything other than your pattern of perfection that you were born as falls away into the nothingness from which it came. Not to deny it, but the messenger has been heard, and there is a new energetic about my life, my love, and my ability to respond with that love in life. Because peace is happening. Divine right action and love is happening right now. So let's give thanks for that divine resolution that's already happening. Thank you, divine, infinite wellspring of all good, for allowing us to be the stewards and the midwives of that peace and that harmony and that healing. And we let go. It is easy to release this into the living, loving law of mind because we truly believe it is already done. The only thing that we need to do is recognize that we are the love of the universe in all that we do. And in such, automatic healings and revealings of truth take place. And that's what's happening now. So we let go and we let God be God in every situation. We let source energy take the wheel. Great Spirit, thank you for my life. Thank you for this day and our ability to love. And we take full advantage of that opportunity by loving fully and living wholly, as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay. Prosperity affirmation. There we go. I love to have my bullet points, prompts. What it says, and please put your hand on your heart, and we will recite this together. Let me give in a holy, holy way, in deep gratitude. And so it is. Heather.
send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Send our joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. Power. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to peace. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. It returns to me, and it returns to me.
Thank you, Heather. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in this world by blessing the giver and the receiver, which allows this, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available for those who are choosing to remember who they are, and even for those who may not know it yet. And for that, this entire community, this world, this universe is blessed with positive, loving energy, for there is peace and transformation at hand. And so it is. Amen. Okay, it's time for our song. Let's stand up and sing.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let's do our benediction, shall we? Something wonderful is happening right now. It's happening in my mind. It's happening in my body. And it's happening in the body of my affairs. I think it. I feel it. And I know it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not.